Hey gang, and welcome to my spoiler video for the big score. Don't get this confused, I have another spoiler video coming out tomorrow for Thunder Junction where I get to reveal a pre-con deck, so be sure to tune back in at 11 AM Eastern Standard Time to check for that. But that's tomorrow, let's focus on today. You're probably asking, what is big score? It's not really a set on its own, so why are we getting spoilers for it? Well, essentially if you followed the story of Thunder Junction, you know that the main characters, and Oko, are trying to pull off a massive heist, breaking into what's known as the Vault, an ancient treasure trove of powerful magic and items. If you haven't followed the story, well, they've basically taken what would have been Thunder Junction Aftermath 2, Oko's Boogaloo, and put them in a place of where the list would normally be. It has its own code, big, and it's a mini set with a few cards. There'll be new designs and standard playable, and I'm thrilled to showcase one, which is TARNATION Vista. And you're welcome for me not trying to put on an accent to say Tarnation. This mythic land, which I think a lot of people will be excited to play for, seems like a good fit in a bunch of decks. Now, let's look at the card first off. We've got the standard frame artwork with an extended version by the incredible Elena Danner, who's done two of my top favorite artworks on cards of all time, namely Jeweled Lotus and the Pro Tour promo Shrine to Nyx. As you can see, the artwork is gorgeous and something that I've come to expect from Elena. The card is also featured in a special treatment frame done up by Artur Nadikin, whose artwork you might know from Blood from the Blood God and Collector's Vault. Two cards having said out loud that I realize I should play a lot more of. So we know the card has beautiful art, but what does it do? Well, first off, it comes in tapped, which can be a bit of a red flag for anyone who wants to put it in their deck. Additionally, it's not a rainbow land, however, you do get to pick the color you want it to tap for as it comes in, so at least it's kind of fixing. The second part, which is the big part and the selling part, is that you pay 1 and tap it. There's a lot of words here, and in a more straightforward way, basically you can make up to 5 mana with it. The way it works is as you tap it, it checks for all of the monocolored permanents you have. It will then give you 1 mana of that color for each color you control. So what does this mean? Well, by activating it for 1, you'll never get more than 5, i.e. 1 blue, 1 white, 1 red, 1 green, and 1 black. Knowing this, it kind of makes sense as to why it comes in tapped, since you can easily ramp up by 3 mana after tapping it and another mana source. I can see this not being played in anything outside of a minimum of a 3-colored deck, and even that you're probably going to have to jump through a bunch of hoops for. You'll want to make sure that your deck has a lot of ways of making monocolored tokens, or a lot of monocolored creatures or permanents. I'd say it's probably more comfortable to run it in a 4 or 5 color deck, and I could easily see it slotting into gold. However, like any land that produces more than 1 mana, there will be great ways to trigger it multiple times. Deserted Temple, Retreat to Coralhelm, and Zakama are just a few cards that'll do silly things with this land. And that's my preview card. What do you think of it? Are you excited to try out Outlaws of Thunder Junction? I know I am. I love me some cowboys. As always, thanks for Wizards of the Coast for sending me this free preview card. And be sure to tune in tomorrow at 11 AM Eastern Standard Time, where I get to reveal Desert Bloom, the Naya Land Matters Outlaws of Thunder Junction precon deck. And until then, just remember, friends are just opponents you haven't eliminated yet.